Samrudhi, literally meaning prosperity, is a successful and self-sustainable entrepreneurship promotion scheme implemented in Taliparamba Assembly Constituency in Kannur district of Kerala state. This multi-sectorial entrepreneurial promotion scheme, which emphasizes on agriculture, animal husbandry, soil and water conservation, has created new waves in the area of agro-based entrepreneurship in the country. Implementing an extensive venture as Samrudhi is not an easy task. One of the major obstacles is the availability of risk-free funds for the prospective entrepreneurs. Thanks to the intervention of the Government of Kerala, a significant amendment was brought in the public planning policy of the state. The new guidelines enabled entrepreneurs in various sectors such as goat farming, dairy farming, poultry, and fish farming to avail loans wherein the interest of the same will be paid by the respective local bodies using funds allocated to them. Such a noble step contributed to as many as 120 entrepreneurship ventures in Taliparamba, and number of them becoming successful in a short span of time. One such story is in the area of animal husbandry, as narrated by Ms. Rupa, one of the beneficiaries. It has been 2 years since we started this farm with the Samrudhi initiative of Sri James Matthew MLA. From a humble beginning with 3 cows, we now have 24 cows in our farm with a yield of about 80 to 90 liters per day. This, being our only source of income, has offered us a sustainable livelihood. The case of another beneficiary, Ms. Sulekha, is a classic example of how Samrudhi has brought in new lease of life for many. Ms. Sulekha was widowed at a young age with 3 children with no sources of income. It was at that time that she came to know of Samrudhi and met the MLA in this regard. She details on how Samrudhi has benefited her. I started my farm with 5 cows bought using the Samrudhi project. It is only through this income generated through this that I have brought up my children. I welcome all to join this project, and I assure you that you will receive happiness, utmost satisfaction and income. The Samrudhi project introduced by our MLA has helped a number of people, especially me. I, on behalf of the many, sincerely thank the MLA for bringing up the Samrudhi project. Ms. Nandini, another beneficiary, describes on how a new cottage industry based on coir is now operational thanks to the Samrudhi initiative. It was a suggestion of the Finance Minister Sri Thomas Isaac which led to the starting of a coconut fiber processing unit in Pariyaram in Taliparamba. We, 6 ladies from Kudumbasri Mission, now successfully operate this project. We are thankful to the project Samrudhi for providing us an interest-free loan of rupees 2 lakh for this project.
അവിടെ ജോലി ചെയ്യാൻ സന്നദ്ധരാണോ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുകയും അതിന് സന്നദ്ധരായിക്കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഞങ്ങൾ മുന്നോട്ട് വരികയും ഏകദേശം 2 വർഷക്കാലത്തോളമായി സമൃദ്ധിയിൽ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ പലിശരഹിത വായ്പയായി 2 ലക്ഷം രൂപ തരികയും അത് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ഞങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ ഒരു യൂണിറ്റ് തുടങ്ങുകയും ചെയ്തു.
Another success story is the innovative approach employed by Sri R.K. Gangadharan using aquaponics. Aquaponics is a food production system that couples raising aquatic animals such as fish, crayfish, snails or prawns in tanks with cultivating plants in water, whereby the nutrient-rich aquaculture water is fed to hydroponically grown plants. We have successfully implemented a model in Taliparamba. One distinguishing feature of Samrudhi is that it aggregates various eco-friendly initiatives with water conservation assuming prime importance. It is quite surprising that there are many areas in Kerala with severe water scarcity in summer in spite of the state receiving heavy rainfall. With Taliparamba also facing the same issues, the people's representatives here step forward to identify and deploy good water conservation methods. A fact-finding team led by the then MLA Sri James Matthew and comprising of the representatives of the various local bodies, the offices of the NABARD and that of the Department of Local Self-Government visited Satara district of Maharashtra, where the villages have been transformed from drought-hit ones to water-rich ones using innovative methods. The successful intervention of the Pani Foundation in water conservation there has formed the real impetus to similar deployment in Taliparamba. The efforts in Taliparamba towards water conservation started with the Department of Soil Survey and Soil Conservation preparing a detailed project report. In an extensive 45-day effort by a big team of officers of the department, a detailed plan was made for 76 watersheds in the region. The Chief Minister of the state released the report by handing it over to the Minister of Agriculture for its execution. Based on this report, NABARD Infrastructure Development Assistance was received in Taliparamba, perhaps first time in the state for a comprehensive soil and water conservation project. As on date, activities associated with 11 watersheds have been completed with visible impacts, while the works on the others are underway. Bandaras and bridge cum bandaras have already been completed with an outlay of rupees 31 crores. Some problems need special solutions out of the box. Samrudhi has been successful in deploying such special solutions for soil conservation. One of the major problems is that during rainy season, river banks get eroded to a large extent. Conventional civil construction methods could not prevent this. The visits of the authorities in affected areas in boats for finding out a solution using the existing protocols was also not successful. It was at that time that other alternate methods using indigenously available materials were explored. Methods using materials which are readily available but which do not normally come in the schedule of the government work processes were looked into, and finally a novel method was designed with the help of the government funds. As per this method, coconut tree pieces were used on the banks of the Balapatnam river in Taliparamba as piles to stop further erosion. The voids were filled with soil and bamboo and mangrove were planted. This organic fence thus formed has been able to prevent soil erosion substantially. Today, with the successful interventions through Samrudhi, the rivers, ponds and other water bodies of Taliparamba are spearheading the water conservation efforts in the region. This, coupled with the well recharging processes happening here, have ensured that Taliparamba has abundant water throughout the year. Adequate facilities have been deployed for recharging of thousands of open wells here. With the initial success of the water conservation efforts and its promising future, a series of farming activities have been started in Taliparamba, which is leading Taliparamba becoming a complete barren land-free region. While achieving a substantial increase in agricultural productivity through the Samrudhi initiative, the need for agri-related and value-added products assumed significance. It was with this intention that new farmer-producer companies started its operation. Now, Taliparamba Assembly Constituency has operational FPOs dealing in mango, coconut, vegetables, fruits, honey and paddy-based products. The FPOs here received very good support from NABARD and the Department of Agriculture. Sri James Matthew, whose vision has led to the concept, the development and the implementation of Samrudhi, speaks on how establishment of village knowledge centers will help in the activities of the projects. To integrate the various agriculture, animal husbandry, soil and water conservation activities under the Samrudhi project, 7 village knowledge centers are being set up with financial support from NABARD. Once these centers are completed, they will help the farmers in value addition of their products and also in direct marketing of their produce without the need for middlemen. Samrudhi, through its meticulous execution and community participation, has received high accolades from the public and the media alike.
मैं त्रिपुरा से आया हूँ। मेरा व्यू का नाम एकता व्यू प्रेसिडेंट।
पंचायत का और व्यू का बहुत सारे लोग हैं यहाँ पर। मैं अभी जो हम 3-4 दिन में जो सीखने आए हैं, तो मैं यही कहना चाहूँगा कि ये एक मॉडल TRI है, जिससे हम लोग को बहुत सारा जानकारी मिलेगा और हम लोग को बहुत कुछ सीखना भी होगा यहाँ से। क्योंकि हमारा जो छोटा एक राज्य है त्रिपुरा वो बहुत पिछड़ा हुआ है। हम लोगों को खुद को एक डेवलप करने के लिए, उस जगह पे ले जाने के लिए हम लोगों को यहाँ पर से कुछ ऐसा सीखना होगा, सीख के हमारे यहाँ जाकर उसको अप्लाई करना होगा। और हम लोगों को जो आज यहाँ पर हम लोग आए हैं और जो अभिवादन किया गया है, जो हम लोगों का जो सम्मान किया गया है, इसके लिए हम आप लोगों को आभार व्यक्त करते हैं। और उसके साथ भी हम आप लोगों को शुभकामनाएँ देते हैं कि आप लोग बहुत और उन्नति करें इस कुटुंबश्री के साथ और ये जो मॉडल पंचायत है उसके साथ। तो मैं अनुरोध करूँगा बाकी दीदी लोगों को जो त्रिपुरा से है वो अपना खुद का जो इंट्रोडक्शन है वो आके एक एक करके।
Taliparamba is happy to have received distinguished administrators, farmers and policy makers from various states of the country. They have assessed the various projects associated with Samruddhi and have placed on record their high appreciation for the projects and for the deliverables they offered.